The complete works of Swami Vivekananda, lecture delivered by Swamiji in Jaffna in 1897, Part 6. These are a few ideas in our religion. It is one of inclusion of everyone, exclusion of none. Though our castes and our institutions are apparently linked with our religion, they are not so. These institutions have been necessary to protect us as a nation. And when this necessity for self preservation will no longer exist, they will die a natural death. But the older I grow, the better I seem to think that these time honored institutions of India, there was a time when I used to think that many of them were useless and worthless. But the older I grew, the more I seem to feel a diffidence in cursing any one of them, for each one of them is an embodiment of the experience of centuries. A child but yesterday, destined to die the day after tomorrow, comes to me and asks me to change all my plans. And if I hear the advice of that baby and change all my surroundings according to his ideas, I myself should be a fool and no one else. Much of the advice that is coming to us from different countries is similar to this. Tell these wisecracks, I will hear you when you have made a stable society yourselves. You cannot hold on to one idea for 2 days. You quarrel and you fail. You are born like moths in the spring and die like them in 5 minutes. You come up like bubbles and burst like bubbles too. First, form a stable society like ours. First, make laws and institutions that remain undiminished in their power through scores of centuries. Then will the time come to talk on the subject with you. But till then, my friend, you are only a giddy child. I have finished what I had to say about our religion. I will end reminding you of the one pressing necessity of the day. Praise be to the Vyasa, the great author of the Mahabharata, that in this Kali Yuga there is one great work. The tapas and the other hard yogas that were practiced in other yugas do not work now. What is needed in this yuga is giving, helping others. What is meant by dana? The highest of gifts is the giving of spiritual knowledge. The next is the giving of secular knowledge. And the next is the saving of life. The last is giving food and drink. He who gives spiritual knowledge saves the soul from many a birth. He who gives secular knowledge opens the eyes of the human beings towards spiritual knowledge. And far below these rank all other gifts, even the saving of life. Therefore, it is necessary that you learn this and note that all other kinds of work are of much less value than that of imparting spiritual knowledge. The highest and the greatest help is that given in the dissemination of spiritual knowledge. There is an eternal fountain of spirituality in our scriptures, and nowhere on earth except in this land of renunciation do we find such noble examples of practical spirituality. I've had a little experience of the world. Believe me, there is much talking in the other lands, but the practical man of religion who has carried it into his life is here and here alone. Talking is not religion. Parrots may talk, machines may talk nowadays, but show me the life of renunciation, of spirituality, of all suffering, of love infinite. This kind of life indicates a spiritual man. With such ideas and such noble practical examples in our country, it would be a great pity if the treasures in the brains and hearts of all these great yogis were not brought out to become the common property of everyone, rich and poor, high and low, not only in India, but they must be thrown broadcast all over the world. This is one of our greatest duties, and you will find that the more you work to help others, the more you help yourselves. The one vital duty incumbent on you, if you really love your religion, if you really love your country, is that you must struggle hard to be up and doing. With this one great idea of bringing out the treasures from your closed books and delivering them over to their rightful heirs. And above all, one thing is necessary. For the ages we have been saturated with awful jealousy. We have always been getting jealous of each other. Why has this man a little precedence and not I? Even in the worship of God, we want precedence. To such a state of slavery we have become. This is to be avoided. If there is any crying sin in India at this time, it is this slavery. Everyone wants to command and no one wants to obey. And this is owing to the absence of that wonderful Brahmacharya system of yoga. First, learn to obey. The command will come by itself. Always, first learn to be a servant, and then you will be fit to be a master. Avoid this jealousy and you will do great works that have yet to be done. Our ancestors did most wonderful works, and we look back upon their work with veneration and pride. But we also are going to do great deeds, and let others look back with blessings and pride upon us as their ancestors. With the blessing of the Lord, everyone here will yet do such deeds that will eclipse those of our ancestors, great and glorious they may have been.